Welcome back, coin lovers. Today, we're diving into a truly historic treasure, the 1971 British New Pence 2 coin. This isn't just any 2p. It's one of the very first coins minted after the UK switched to decimal currency. And believe it or not, collectors today value this remarkable piece at around $78,000. Stick around because its story is as fascinating as its rarity. 1971 was a year of monumental change in the United Kingdom. For centuries, the British had used pounds, shillings, and old pence, a system that was charmingly traditional but complicated for everyday life. People carried coins of all shapes and sizes, counting shillings and pence for even the smallest purchases. Then came decimalization, a bold step into modern times. Overnight, the UK decided to simplify its currency, making it easier for everyone to trade, shop, and save. Among the very first coins minted in this new system was the 2p coin, officially stamped with the words New Pence. Unlike the older pennies, this coin wasn't just practical, it carried the weight of history. Struck in bronze, it was made to last, to survive pockets, purses, and cash registers across the country. But beyond its metal and size, it represented something far greater, a nation stepping confidently into the future, embracing a currency that would make life simpler for generations. Imagine the excitement of the first, people holding this coin, seeing it gleam under the light, feeling the solid bronze in their hands, knowing they were now part of a new era in British money. This wasn't just change in the pocket. It was change in the culture, in everyday life, and even in the hearts of those using it. Let's take a closer look at the 1971 New Pence 2 coin, because every little detail on this tiny bronze piece tells a story. Starting with the obverse, the front side, we see a young Queen Elizabeth II, her face calm, poised and regal. This wasn't just any portrait. It was a symbol of continuity, of a monarchy moving gracefully into a new era. Imagine the artists carefully crafting her features, ensuring every line captured her elegance and dignity. Holding the coin, you can almost feel the history of the United Kingdom in the palm of your hand. Flip the coin over, and the reverse side instantly captures your attention with the iconic Prince of Wales's feathers. 3 beautifully engraved plumes emerging from a crown. Beneath them, a ribbon elegantly twists, carrying the motto that has adorned centuries of royal heritage. It's not just decoration, it's a message of tradition meeting modernity, much like the coin itself. And surrounding this, the words New Pence stand proudly, announcing to the world that this is part of Britain's bold step into decimalization. But the magic isn't just in what you see, it's in what you feel. The coin's bronze material gives it a subtle weight, a warm tone, and a texture that's satisfying to touch. Run your fingers over it, and you feel history brushing against your skin, a connection across decades, to the very moment when Britain decided to change its currency forever. Every curve, every engraving, every tiny detail was crafted not only for beauty but for endurance, because this coin was meant to survive daily life. Yet some of these coins survived almost untouched, destined for collectors who would pay fortunes for them decades later. This coin wasn't just money, it was art, heritage, and a piece of a story that continues to captivate collectors today. From its delicate design to its symbolic inscriptions, the 1971 2p is a perfect blend of elegance and history, a coin that tells a tale every time you hold it. Now let's dive into why the 1971 New Pence 2 coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of a monumental change in British history. Before 1971, the UK used a complex system of pounds, shillings, and pence, pounds divided into 20 shillings, and each shilling into 12 pence. It was confusing for everyday transactions, and Britain knew it was time for a modern, simpler system. Decimalization was more than just changing numbers. It was a revolution in daily life. And at the heart of this revolution were coins like our 2p. Imagine the streets of London in February 1971. Shops switching prices, people learning new coins, children dropping these new pence into piggy banks for the first time. The 2p coin was everywhere, in pockets, purses, cash registers, quietly becoming part of daily life, yet also marking a new era. For many, it represented progress, modernization, and a nation moving boldly into the future while keeping its traditions alive. Collectors today don't just see a coin when they look at a 1971 2p. They see history frozen in bronze. They see the very moment when Britain said goodbye to an old monetary system and welcomed something simpler, cleaner, and more universal. And because it was one of the first coins minted during decimalization, surviving pieces, especially in pristine condition, are extremely rare. It's this combination of historical importance and scarcity that makes the 1971 New Pence, too, so valuable, today commanding prices up to $78,000 for collectors, lucky enough to own one. Holding this coin is like holding a time machine. It's not just about money. It's about a pivotal moment in British society, the sense of excitement and change felt across the country, and the artistry and craftsmanship that made it more than just a tool for commerce. It became a collectible, a conversation piece, and a story you can touch and feel. Now let's talk about why coin collectors go absolutely crazy for the 1971 New Pence 2. On the surface, it's just a small bronze coin, but for collectors, it's so much more. It's a piece of history, a snapshot of Britain at the exact moment it stepped into decimal currency, and a rare survivor of an era when millions of these coins were put into circulation. Imagine the thousands of 2p coins that changed hands every day in 1971, in pockets, purses, and cash registers, and now only a handful remain in perfect, uncirculated condition. That rarity alone makes it priceless to serious collectors. But it's not just rarity, it's the story. Every scratch-free, shiny 2p carries the aura of that first year of decimalization, the excitement of change, and the artistry of Christopher Ironside's design. Collectors love coins that speak to them, that tell a story without saying a word, and this coin does exactly that. The Prince of Wales's feathers on the reverse, the bold words New Pence, and the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth, two all combine to create a design that is timeless, elegant, and historically meaningful. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some of these coins today are worth an astounding $78,000. Think about that for a second. A coin you could have held in your hand as a child, maybe found loose in your pocket or in a jar at home, is now a treasure sought after by collectors all over the world. Owning one isn't just about wealth. It's about owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in Britain's story, and a symbol of craftsmanship and cultural significance that transcends its humble size. Collectors also appreciate the tactile experience, the feel of the bronze, the slight weight, the intricate details that survive decades later. Every glance at the coin is a reminder that history is not just something in books. It's something you can hold, admire, and cherish. That's why the 1971 2p isn't just a coin. It's a legacy, a conversation starter, and a masterpiece of numismatic history all in one small, bronze package. And finally, here's a fun fact that will make you love the 1971 New Pence 2 even more. Did you know that this coin's bronze composition gives it a slightly warmer color and a satisfying weight compared to later coins? It wasn't just designed to look good. It was built to last decades of everyday use, and yet some of these coins survived almost untouched, becoming the rare treasures collectors hunt for today. Holding one of these coins is like holding a little piece of time itself. You can almost imagine the hands it passed through, a child dropping it into a piggy bank, a shopkeeper counting it at the end of the day, or a family using it to buy their morning newspaper. It's a small coin with a big story, carrying memories, history, and craftsmanship all in its bronze circle. And remember, for those lucky enough to find one in near-perfect condition, it's not just history, it's a treasure, valued today at around $78,000. That's more than just a coin. That's a story you can hold, a connection to a historic moment, and a piece of art from Britain's decimalization era. So the next time you see a 1971 2p coin, don't just see a small piece of bronze, see a legacy, a symbol of progress, and a rare gem that has captured the hearts of collectors around the world. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through history. If you enjoyed exploring the story of the 1971 New Pence 2, make sure to follow for more rare coin treasures and fascinating numismatic stories. Who knows what hidden gems you might discover next?